All right, good afternoon, folks. It is Thursday, November 15th. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. This is your Week 10 recap and your Week 11 preview. Coming to you from beautiful, slightly snowy East Longmeadow, Massachusetts. Let's jump right into it with our Week 10 game-by-game recap. As always, we'll start off with our highest scoring game. That was TJ's 216 defeating Cole's 196. Absolute barn burner in this one here, folks. TJ had huge days from Andrew Luck, Mitch Trubisky, Zeke Elliott got him 35. Eric Ebron got him 26. Had a bunch of other guys in double digits, so nice day there. Over on Cole's side, rough day from Derek Carr, but Jared Goff got him 28. McCaffrey got him 34. Another 23 from Julio, 36 from Zach Ertz. So really a nice day from Cole. Would have beaten pretty much anybody else. Would have beaten everybody else in the league. Just happened to be playing TJ in this one, so takes the L. TJ's 216, by the way, puts him at 7th in our all-time scoring records. So good job, TJ. Moving on now to our next highest scoring game. We had Ryan's 196 defeating Sokol's 113. This one really never in doubt. Ryan had big days, obviously, from Todd Gurley as always, Odell Beckham as always, Tyreek Hill as always, Brandon Cooks as always, Alvin Kamara as always. Over on Sokol's side, nice day from Eli, got him 25. Ingram got him 26. Corey Davis got him 25. Tyler Lockett 7. Everybody else pretty much sucked, so not great there from Sokol. Only put up 113, but really never stood a chance on this one anyway. So next up, we got Patrick's 193 to Reynolds 173. This was touted as our game of the week, folks, and it did not disappoint. Pat, huge day from Big Ben, got him 46 points. Nick Chubb got him 37. Anthony Miller 23. Steelers defense got him 16, so nice day there. Over on Reynolds' side, Cam Newton got him 16, Mariota got him 25, Melvin Gordon 25, Michael Thomas 23, and Matt Breida got him about 30 points. So a really nice day from Reynolds. Would have beaten most other teams. Happened to play Patrick on this one. Patrick's team is firing on all cylinders right now. Perfect time to do it. He's in third place based on our tie breaks and all that shit. So really nice job there from Pat. I don't think if you're Ryan, TJ, one of our bigger seeds, you want to run into Pat in the playoffs because his team is dangerous. Next up, we got Jack's 170 to McAllen's 126. Jack was really throttled by Drew Brees and Blake Bortles, got him 34 and 28. Your boy Aaron Jones got him 33. Nice day from Dante Moncrief, got him 17, etc., etc., etc. Over on McAllen's side, rough day from Andy Dalton, only got 9 points. Had a good day from Kerryon Johnson with 21. Antonio Brown got him 18. Austin Hooper got him 16. So not great from Dan on this one. QB's really disappointed him. They're really going to be his downfall this season. Needs to probably run the table and get a little help if he wants to make the playoffs on this one. My nosy ass neighbor is talking for something. Moving on now to Jensen's 134 defeating your Commissioner's 106. Jensen had nice days from Mahomes, got him 24. Matt Barkley got him 21. Nice pickup there. Leonard Fournette got him 25. Juju got him 17. So got the win. Not a great score. Over on my side, probably my worst week of the season. Big days from Carson Wentz and Russell Wilson. Got me 28 and 32 respectively. James Conner got me 13. Nobody else in double digits. I had 2 guys score 0, both my flexes. So it was ugly. I knew it was going to be ugly. I had tough matchups throughout, so I'm not worried about it. We'll see what happens this week. Finally, to our last matchup, we had Coyle's 132 defeating Walter's 107. Coyle, nice day from Matt Ryan, got him 25. Big pickup there. David Johnson got him 33. And he lost a point and a half from the Jets defense. I don't think anybody saw that coming. Over on Walt's side, AR-12 got him 22. LaShawn McCoy got 27. Kenny Galladay got 14. Everybody else got single digits. His kicker was on a bye, so if he had a viable kicker and not 7 people scoring in single digits, he might have had a shot in this one. But Walt's team really just stinks. They're going to get their ass kicked this week. They might be tripled up. We'll get to that in a little bit, though. let's move on now to everybody's favorite segment of the week. It is your Week 10 Power Rankings. No change, top 3, as it's been the last few weeks. We got Ryan, TJ, and Cole. Then we have Patrick moving up 2 spots to number 4. Both Jensen and I concurrently dropping a spot each to 5 and 6. Reynolds at 7. Then we have Team Coyle moving up 2 spots to 8. Jack moving up 2 spots to 9, right on the cusp. Still thinks he can win the table. McCallum drops 1 spot to 10. He's not statistically dead yet. Sokol drops 3 spots to number 11. He's probably dead. I think he's got like a 2% chance of making the playoffs, something like that. And then finally Walter, 12th place, for sure dead. I think he's not mathematically eliminated, but he may as well be, because he's about to lose by about 200 points this week. All right. Let's go move on now to our weekly superlatives. First up, we have TJ's quarterbacks earning our 1-2 punch this week. Andrew Luck finished with 285 yards and 3 touchdowns for 27.2 points. Mitchell Trubisky finished with 355 yards and 3 touchdowns in the air, plus another touchdown on the ground, giving him 45 points, totaling 72.2 points for TJ's team. Nice job there, really gave him the win. We're going to stay in the same game for our double dip of the week.
Double dipped? What are you talking about? You dipped the chip, you took a bite, and you dipped again.
Like I said, Andrew Luck finished with 385 yards, 3 touchdowns. His tight end, Eric Ebron, caught 3 balls for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also had a throwing touchdown of his own. Am I reading that correctly? Yeah, throwing touchdown of his own for 2 yards, pretty impressive. Or no, a rushing touchdown, excuse me, of his own. So he finished 26 points. Nice day there from TJ's guys. And finally, our worst of the week.
The worst! She's the worst in the world.
Is going to go to your commissioner's flex plays. Taylor Gabriel and Traquan Smith combined. Remember, this is combined now. So they caught 0 balls for 0 yards and 0 touchdowns. Nice job there, commissioner. All right. Alright, so last week is officially closed. Let's roll on now into the future. Take a look at our tiebreakers, updated from last week. As always, if you see a green 1, it means you own the tiebreaker. You got a red 1, a red -1, it means you lose the tiebreaker. If you have any questions on it, figure it out yourself. But using those tiebreakers as well as our records, we are able to formulate our bracket for this season. So, on the left side of the bracket, we have Ryan at the 1 seed, Coyle at 8, Cole at 5, and Jensen at 4. On the right side, we have TJ in the 2 seed, Reynolds at 7, your commish at 6, and Patrick at the 3 seed. You'll notice that both Ryan and TJ have officially clinched the playoffs. Nobody else mathematically has yet, but that doesn't mean they actually haven't. In the losers bracket, we got Jack taking on Walt and McCallum taking on Sokol. Let's take a look now at our projected finishes, sponsored by Fantasy Pros. Top 3, really no surprise here. Just based on record alone, we have Ryan, TJ, and Patrick. Then we have Jensen finishing at 4, your commissioner at 5, Cole at 6. Then we have Reynolds at 7 and Coyle at 8. Looks like everybody's going to win at least a couple more games. Cole's only going to win 1, it's telling me, so he's going to drop down to 6. But both Reynolds and Coyle are going to win 2 games and hold on to their 7 and 8 seeds. Jack going to win 1 game and fall out of the playoffs. McCallum, Sokol, Walt, all going to win 1 game each, lose 2 games, and miss the playoffs as well. Far right side playoff odds. First 2 guys are actually 100%. Patrick and Jens are at 99.8 or some shit like that, so it rounds up to 100. Your commissioner's at 98. Cole's at 97. Reynolds at 88, Coyle at a 72% clip, Jack's at 29, McCallum's got an 11% shot, Sokol 4, and Walter has a very slim 1 in 50 chance of making the playoffs. He needs to win out and have like 17 other things happen, and he's in, so no big deal. All right, let's move on now to Week 11. First, we'll start off with our free agent auction for this week. We'll go from bottom up. Coyle was unsuccessful in putting a $0 bid on Ryan Sukup because Sokol got him for $0 first. How that works is there's still a waiver priority, so because they're tied in their bids, it goes to the priority, which once you win the priority, you move down to the bottom, so Sokol was first. He gets the kicker. That's that. Nobody else lost anybody, so all the money that you see here is wasted dollars. Coyle got the Cardinals for $0. Reynolds got RSJ for $2. Ryan got Josh Doxson for $3. Cole got Josh Reynolds for $5. And Josh Adams, I like that pickup a lot, for $10, especially in the keeper league. Patrick finally puts $50 on Vance McDonald. So it's a lot of money for a tight end, but I understand with Big Ben, you want to double dip. It's your prerogative. All right. Let's get to our news and notes for this week, week 11. First big note, obviously, RIP to your commissioner and his love affair, if you will, with running back Le'Veon Bell. I've kept him now for 5 straight years. Finally, he didn't show up on Tuesday, which means he cannot play this season, cannot be kept. So it was a sad day when I had to drop him, but it had to happen. I wish you the best. Thanks for everything. I love you very much, Le'Veon. Okay. Moving on now to our injuries and whatnot. A couple of big ones this week. Nothing like super crazy, but a couple of big ones. James Conner got a concussion. He's likely to play though, so nobody's worried about that. Chris Thompson's likely out with his rib injury. Ronald Jones likely inactive with his hamstring. Darren Sproles still hurt, etc. Joe Flacco likely inactive with whatever's going on with his hips. So Lamar Jackson's probably going to get the start there. I've heard rumblings of RG3 though. I don't know why you do that if you're the Ravens, but we'll see. Who else? Kiki Kuti is a game time decision. AJ Green probably going to be inactive this week. Probably come back the week after though, so no worries there. Who's Jack? TJ? Who else we got? James Crowder, likely inactive. Jordy Nelson, likely inactive. He might retire, he said. He's so fucking fed up with John Gruden and the Raiders. Yada yada. That's all good. Likely inactive. The other big one, obviously, is Cooper Kupp. Tore his ACL. He's out for the rest of the season and probably the start of next season, so that one's tough there, Walt. Bad team only gets worse. Adam Thielen has a calf injury, but they're on a bye, I think. So, I don't know, they're playing this week, so we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I think that's about it. Randall Cobb not playing again probably tonight. Alright, that's it. Alright. Let's move on now to our week 11 previews. We'll start off, as always, with our biggest spread of the week. This one is amazing. Now, Walter's got 3 guys on a bye, but regardless, Ryan looks to be a 111-point favorite going into week 11. He's supposed to win every statistical category except for it looks like Aaron Rodgers has one of the advantages for Walter. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one because really, what's the point? Moving on now to Jensen and Cole. This one's got some importance when it comes to seeding. Coming out of the Ashley Adams division, Cole looks to be about a 24-point favorite or so. I think it'll be a little closer than that. We'll see really how Leonard Fournette plays, and that'll kind of determine Jensen's way of the rest of the season, I think. But I think it'll be closer than 25 points. Then we have McCallum as a 21-point underdog taking on Reynolds. Dan really needs this one if he wants to have any shot. Reynolds, however, has lost a couple in a row. By that I mean one. He lost this week. But He's sitting at 4-6, which is only a game ahead of some of these guys who are at the bottom of the barrel. So he really needs to win, one, maybe two of the next three to solidify his chance at the playoffs. We move on then to three much closer projection games that could mean a lot. Sokol and TJ. TJ is only a 11-point favorite taking on Sokol. Remember, TJ is in second place right now. Sokol is second to last. So this one could be a bit of a stunner if Sokol could pull it off. It could mean a lot, not necessarily for TJ, but for Johnny to maybe get a shot at that 8th playoff spot still. If he can pull this one off, we'll see what happens. But we'll see. Johnny made a lot of moves at the deadline last week that were not terrible for this season, but very beneficial for next season. So we'll see how that plays out in his last 3 weeks and into the loser's bracket or winner's bracket if he happens to make it. Then as a 3-point favorite, we have Jack taking on Coyle. This one again is really a shootout for that 8th playoff spot. Right now Connor's at 8, Jack's at 9. So if Jack can pull this one off, then he moves ahead of Coyle, and he might be right. He might be running the table and getting into the playoffs like he predicted 3 weeks ago. Finally, in our game of the week, we have your commissioner as a 2.5-point favorite taking on Patrick. Both of these teams are probably in the playoffs. I think they're at like 98 and 100% chances. It really has more to do with seedings at this point. Patrick has worked hard kind of this season to come back and actually be a viable option in this league, which I don't think he's ever really done. Your commissioner had some trouble this week. Of course, had to let go of Le'Veon Bell. It was a sad moment, but it had to be done. He's only a 2-point favorite. We'll see if James Conner can come back from his concussion healthy. We'll see what Russell Wilson can do tonight against the Pack. But this one could be pretty tight and come down to the wire, really for seeding purposes only. All right, I think that's all we got. Talked about last week, talked about this week, talked about everything. If you have any questions on tiebreakers, the seedings, all that jazz, let me know. Otherwise, good luck out there. Stay safe. That's all for now. Peace.